Yeah. So I like watching just a little bit of all regions because you can pick up stuff before it kind of leaks over to the rest of the world, right?
Hmm.
Like, yeah, this was getting popular in probably some Chinese pubs, and then it started leaking to the Chinese pro scene, and then of course the rest of the world. But anyways, Void Spirit picked up next, and
10 seconds remain.
Vengeful Spirit picked up a Thunder Predator. Again, you're playing against a Faceless Void. That's going to make a lot of sense. You
5
want to get your
seconds
core
remain.
heroes out of that Chronosphere.
Yeah, you'll have that swap. What I will say is, when I've seen this Venge, at least so far the Voids have been very good about making sure that the Venge isn't a problem. Like making sure that
Yeah.
you get the Venge in the Chrono, or killing the Venge first, then going for the Chrono, not just going all willy-nilly and throwing up Chrono and immediately getting that swap away.
Paying attention to that fact that the hero does exist on the back line over there, not forgetting about it and throwing out a bad chrono. Because your good chrono is bad if you don't get the Vengeful Spirit in it as well.
Yeah, especially if you get like your hard carry out of there, if you get a little bit of extra time just to take these fights, because that's big cooldown that you're waiting for, and you're trying to fight around that chronosphere. So if you fight around that chronosphere and all of a sudden it fizzles every single time, a lot of your kit, I would say, as a Void, all of a sudden feels a bit lackluster.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I'm trying to figure out how they want to ram this one out. I like the Ogre Magi pickup. It pairs really well with the Faceless Void. Having that extra attack speed help tons in lane, of course, as the game progresses, both with the farming speed and just being able to stun lock people down. Underlord's great, though. That's one of the better heroes against like Phoenix, Void Spirit, having them caught inside that pit, which is buffed up at early levels. Cast range is buffed recently as well. And I believe the AoE of the Pit of Malice, too. Just
10
buffs all
seconds.
around for that spell. Unfortunately, his passive, the
5
Trophy Aura,
seconds
was
remain.
nerfed a little bit. Not as good at early levels. You don't get as much damage from creeps, and of course, at the early levels, you don't get as much as creeps, and of course, you don't get that permanent damage when heroes die within the aura anymore, which kind of sucks. But he actually saw his win rate go up with the nerfs to the Trophy Aura and buffs to the Pit of Malice. Lockdown is just that important. Always remember to pick up disables, guys.
Lack of disables will most likely mean a lack of a W. So if you've
While
got
we're on this, I was about to say, just while we're on this last banning phase here, I want to get my gamer juice in for the day. I got the giant wall behind me, but shout out to Monster Energy who.
Ooh, that was a good one. All right, we've had 3 days, and I think that one was the best one so far.
The best
I
at
heard
cracking open a cold one with the boys
It's not
and the
Saturday
girls
yet.
watching today.
If you guys want to crack one at home, go buy yourself a Monster, and look, you know what? Send me a tweet at Monster, at Bkop, and you know what? At Neph. Give me your best crack open of a Monster. I want to hear, because that's some ASMR stuff right there. Some people like that crack of the can, I wanna feel it. I wanna, oof.
Wednesdays are for the fellas.
Wednesday are for the gentlemen and gentle ladies.
Gentle ladies?
I have no idea. I'm not very vocabulary profound over here. But so one thing I want to mention about the Ogre, because you're giving the Bloodlust over to the Void, and what we've been seeing a lot with a couple 1 positions is going into the Mask of Madness battlefield. We saw it with like Phantom Assassin. We've seen it with a couple other right clickers like a Jug. Now, are you still going to go for that Mask of Madness, even though you've got the Bloodlust coming your way? Is it an item that maybe you just like look over, or maybe just buy out the Morbid Mask?
Well, we've been seeing tons of it throughout this tournament. Again, if you want to buy the Morbid Mask, you might as well get that Quarterstaff as well. Get the activation on it, get that extra damage and attack speed on top of your Morbid Mask. It just makes sense for farming. You farm that much faster, especially when you're popping that Mask of Madness every so often. So, if he decides he wants to build a Morbid Mask, yes, I can see him just going in and finishing up that Mask of Madness. You end up disassembling it for Satanic and a Butterfly or something else as the game goes on anyway. Or like Echo Saber into Silver Edge now. Take Medusa last pick here. This is a hero that's been rising in popularity a bit lately.
We've been seeing it. We saw it a couple times
10
I think
seconds.
as well as the fact that you know, we saw
5
4
seconds
Zoomers fail to
remaining.
get a Heaven's Halberd against it.
That was against Beast Coast, right? Yeah.
I believe
Four
so.
Zoomers against Beast Coast. They didn't buy the Heaven's Halberd. Medusa basically 1v5'd. It was insane. All they had to do was take down that Medusa.
Yeah. And, you know, it didn't end up working out in their favor, where I feel like just one Heaven's Halberd and things could have got maybe a bit easier for them. But ends up being, you know, it is what it is, and there's not much that they can do there.
I'm not sure if you saw that on camera, but I've got like my ceiling fan and another fan on. I just saw like a paper towel fly across my room.
The biggest shelf is your floor, as I remember being said yesterday during
Spoken
the
like a
podcast.
true gamer, you know.
Yeah. Abaddon last pick by so off-lane Abaddon. Okay, so Kezu, they pick up that last pick Abaddon. They go to the Medusa here for Thunder Predator. Do these drafts, you know, anyone stand out at you at all?
The Medusa feels a little off to me. It makes a bit of sense. I definitely prefer Crazy's draft here. They ended up rounding it out with putting Kezu on that Abaddon there. They have the D-spell for the sticky napalm in the lane. But it's going to be hard, like locking down and killing this Medusa. They're going to need to build Heaven's Halberds on these heroes. Yes, Aoi can be a natural carrier for it. Same with Kezu. The rest of them might have to go a little bit out of their way to get extra disable. But all the damage this game is going to be coming out from this Medusa here on MNZ. So they need to pay a lot of attention to this hero and start building counters to it pretty early on in the game, or shutting down its game. The only problem is it's a bit difficult to jump on and blow up this Medusa. Of course, having that mana shield makes you extremely tanky, and they're not going to be able to just jump onto her, like, which is super far away from the rest of her team, because Vengeful Spirit's just going to be able to swap her out of that Chrono as well. So focus up and figure out ways to bring down and shut down this Medusa on Team Crazy is what I say they need to focus on.
Normally.
I was messing with the monitors because I didn't realize my Dota was just coming in at like a huge screen on the. So I swapped over to just Dota, and I was like, oh my gosh. I think I fixed it now.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're good, right? Everything's good. Everything's good.
Prepare for
Yeah, finally,
Eventually.
guys, I got myself an upgrade. I'll upgrade him on.
Well, thankfully, you know, teams were paused for you. They did this for you, Bkop. 5 minutes later, they unpaused, so they missed 0 game time where you were super zoomed in.
Yeah.
Look at that, that was
Everything worked out.
perfect timing.
Not what you expected.
It's almost like this was all set up or something.
Yes. I'm hoping so.
4-3. Beautiful. No one is going to know anything went wrong as we're just resuming the game. And one more time for anyone just coming to the stream, I did ask where Moon was inside the lobby, if he was taking a break, if they replaced him, and Kezu said no to both of those things. I said, I know you're a sophisticated guy, Neph, but I just said no. So I don't think Moon's going anywhere. Just Dubu replacing him for 2 days. Maybe more.
30 seconds.
Who knows?
and counting.
Try shooting their manager a message after this one, but I'm sure he's getting tired of me spamming him. He or she. I know their name, but not much else about them.
Is MNZ setting up to go safe lane? Or are they just looking for the proper matchup right now? Because it looks like Batrider's staying there. But heading mid for the moment.
Victorious.
It really depends. All right, I like this on the booster. We didn't talk about this. Got the Quelling Blade plus 6 damage for ranged heroes. Pay 140 gold for this. Pay 100 and what? 35, 145 for slippers. It just makes sense to buy a ranged Quelling Blade these days, Bkop. It's
Does it?
value right there.
Is it value?
It is. Yes.
Legitimate value?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it. Wait, no. Attack modifiers only affect the first target. Never mind. But yeah, they're just trying to get the preferable lane for Medusa. And Clockwork heading down here to lane against HF and Dubu. But he's gone through all of his mana using his power cogs and blocking creeps, so You gotta be a little bit careful. Got the wind lay, so it's hard for them to run him down.
Ooh, it looks like chat's calling you out. Your tech guy's
That's
calling you out in
just
chat.
that's just Mags.
Oh boy. Oh boy. That's a liar, guys.
Definitely not.
So, taking a look up towards top, Abaddon here with the Phoenix, Owie with Kezu. So, Kezu, he's gonna be up against this Medusa. Is this really, a good matchup for him? Who's got the right matchup? Because obviously TPredator, we're looking for a matchup that favors them.
I think they're happy putting this BatRider leader style here against Bryle. Bryle gonna have a pretty difficult time getting too close to the lane. Of course, you are able to dodge out some of the sticky napalm and whatnot with the disassimilate and backing off. It makes it a little bit difficult for Leo Style to go too over aggressive on you. So the mid lane, I do prefer for TPredator and BatRider, but you do have some solutions on Bryle here. Bottom lane, you're very happy laning Frank against this Faceless Void, so TPredator I'd say is on top here as well. And top lane, you're not going to be able to do a whole lot to this Medusa, unfortunately. Shut him down. Now he's doing what he can, but again, you have Mana Shield to fall back on. You can spam with this Mystic Snake and the Vengeful Spirit with Wave of Terror and that Vengeance Aura. He's going to make it very easy for these two to harass the heroes here. Vengeance Aura going amazing with that Medusa. The plus base attribute and that extra attack range helps quite a bit. Helps quite a bit.
Someone lays blame.
So over in the middle lane, Leo Style against Bryle. Well, looking at these Void Spirits, it seems like there's a couple of like non-favorable matchups for Void Spirit that we've been seeing recently.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically that Lina that we talked about quite a bit yesterday.
Yeah, the Lina is one of them. Again, just due to the fact that Void Spirit has to get so close to the lane. BatRider is happy playing against heroes like that too. Of course, not quite as happy as the Lina, just being able to get all of those right clicks on them with stacks of Fiery Soul and whatnot. Of course, every time you want to approach, you get hit by a light strike, right, and you take even more right clicks.
Denied.
Now that I just need to restart this call real quick, Bkop. 1 second.
Okay.
Yellow.
Hello? Everything okay?
May have lost Bkop there. Not quite sure.
I don't know. I don't think you've lost me. They get the kill, Leo Style. Taking out Bryle. I should be okay. Can you guys? Let me check. Yeah, you should be able to hear me.
I was just getting cut out on Discord, having a couple technical difficulties. Maybe on my end. Not sure. That was running just fine. Anyways, you caught that first blood. I did miss it though, but you have to be a bit careful of too many stacks of sticky napalm. I like him grabbing that point and flame break, just to be able to pull Bryle a little bit closer to the lane. Of course, the extra DPS is nice too. The first point flame break doesn't do a whole lot though. It does the impact damage for only 2 seconds of burn, so you're not getting too much from it. And of course, when all your Firefly damage is coming from that sticky napalm, there's not really too much of a point in putting that second point in at early levels. I think that quick call restart did the trick. I can hear you much more clear. You're not cutting out now.
Yeah, I haven't muted myself yet. I haven't had anything too loud come by. But I've got my mute button on deck.
And keep casting these games, you might be able to pull yourself up by your bootstraps and get yourself some sound curtains for your large windows.
Ooh, sound curtains. That's the goal. Rent and then sound curtains. Battery still on a Dubu. Got him surrounded inside the cogs. Not an easy kill to get, though. And you've got yourself 10 armor on this ogre. Survive, but he doesn't have any more HP regen.
Well, he is ogre. He's got a bunch of passive HP regen. He's got like almost 7 with that mango, and an extra 7 from his tango. So he's at like almost 14 at the moment. He will have to go back to base to deal with his lack of mana or something, though. Because, again, I really don't like it when supports do this, is they just kind of walk around existing. And that's why people started suiciding into towers and neutral creeps and whatnot. They realize, okay, when they're such low mana and they're not getting any last hits, it's better for them to just die, come back to lane full HP and mana.
Lasso, that gets used onto the Phoenix. Owie find himself falling to Leo style, who is having a nice time thus far. Although Void Spirit, despite the death, top of the CS, keeping it within a couple hundred gold of the Bat Rider.
Yeah, despite Bat Rider having 2 kills under his belt. But again, you do have to keep in mind that Void Spirit's just got way more base damage here, and of course he's a melee hero, gets to take advantage of that Quelling Blade, bottom lane.
Throwing some shots at HFN, who's in a bit of trouble standing under the Firestorm and the Atrophy Aura, but Dubu,
Not what you expected?
he'll end up going down. I was not expecting Dubu to fall.
Dire should look to the middle tower.
The HFN, yeah, they're gonna get the kill here, so they brought down Leo style as well as Matthew. They go after this Faceless Void, and they do finally get him 4-0 in favor of Thunder Predator.
Small victories all over the map, and well, I was saying I preferred Crazy's draft. You know, you think that it wouldn't be doing this hot. Of course, I do think that they have the lanes won. There's not going to be that much activity wherever the Medusa is, but the rest of the lineup pretty scrappy here. The Underlord, of course, likes playing aggressive and reward report, as is Clockwork and Bat Rider. Leo style having the time of his life over here. Unfortunately, Aoi did try to come mid, make things a bit more difficult for the Bat Rider, but all it did was feed him another kill there, because Vengeful Spirit was in position to grab the runes as well. This looks like they're setting up for something over here in the top lane. Supports rolling around together. They need to find some sort of recovery kill right now, being down 4 kills. Want to go in Brile, but fortunately he's got a haste rune. Sticky Napalm can do absolutely nothing to him, and they don't have the hook shot up on Clockwork yet.
Just level 4 right now. Split in experience favors Thunder Predator, though, by about 2k. They look over at Brile. Flamebreak did land. He goes into the Dissimulate and Astral Steps away, but defensive Astral Step. And yeah, you do have that mobility, and yeah, that's alright, but probably not what you want to be using it for.
Dire's courier has been.
I mean, he's going to have to play a bit far back at the moment. He knows that these heroes are way more aggressive on the side of Thunder Predator. Need to wait till Faceless Void is ready to start making his moves, and from the looks of it, it's not going to be for a while here. So I got a Javelin queued up. I'm not sure if he's going to be going in the Maelstrom or an MKB with that. Probably the MKB, given the fact that he's playing against the Medusa. Does have that 15% evasion talent at level 15, and that hero loves building the butterfly. And starting off with a Mask of Madness. Again, it's just what people are doing right now. Just building the Mask of Madness on every hero. Brile playing aggressive here in the mid lane on MNZ, but I don't know, do you feel like there's much of a point of him trying to die the Medusa who's got this mana shield?
Not really. Also has that Morbid Mask, level 7, not too far behind of where Brile is in terms of experience. Like, MNZ's had such a good game, he's sitting top of that worth, really hasn't been bothered at all.
Yeah. Fortunately for Brile, though, he did get this Arcane Ring, and that's super big for these int mid heroes. It makes you come online that much faster. Again, just being recovered mana, extra 10, and it gives you the damage and the mana pool, and of course the armor allows you to play a bit more aggressive and dive, make yourself hard to go on.
Kill there onto the Clockwork. Now he with the kill on Matthew. That's the first kill that they've got. Brile, though, sitting low.
My path leads to
Dire
riches.
structures are fortified.
Musa trying to take advantage of This double damage rune pops a Mask of Madness, hits away at this tower with the catapult, but I don't think he's going to be able to get anything from that.
Radiant glyph is
So
now
already
active.
Bryle in position to defend the tower. To back up just a little bit. Got a shot up on Matthew at the clockwork, and they're going pretty far in.
There is little hope for Dire's middle tower. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Down here, bottom lane, Kazu's just, HFN's just trying to do what he can, get CS, but he is losing the CS war
Against attack.
to the Underlord. He's happy to sit in lane against
Chrono?
him.
Dark Rift's
He's gonna get
already
out.
used, so he's gone.
Is he?
Where is he? That was a lot of damage. A lot more damage than I thought he'd get. They get off on him. Wow.
Dire's top tower.
Hubs
That
won
had
Dark
to have
Rift
been
also
close.
6 seconds. Yeah, that was definitely on like the edge of that countdown.
I was certain he'd get out there.
Look to their top
What's my seconds counter? Let me pull this thing up. Death summary. The chrono's lasting 4 seconds.
enemies.
All right, and he died in. Oh, that would have been like last like 0.2 seconds if he managed to bring him down there. I was certain he'd get out, but they did manage to bring the Underlord down. That's pretty big for the Faceless Void. Good job, misses.
Not what you expected?
Radiant's middle tower is under
Trying to
attack.
go in on to HFN.
Look to their top tower.
He's a tough one to get, but he doesn't have Chrono. They do have Lasso. Would have been better had they hit that hook shot though. I don't grab that. And Void won't be going into the Mask of Madness. So that was one of the questions I had during the draft.
The Mask of Madness question, yeah, it looks like he's going the Maelstrom after all. He's going to need to build the MKB afterwards because again, Medusa, Evasion, Talent, and he's probably going to be going this Butterfly eventually as well. MNZ did go this Mask of Madness though. This item is came back into popularity. It was super popular for that period of time where Mask of Death gave you that 10 attack damage. It was like 15 attack speed, 20 damage on the Mask of Madness, and he had the active. Everyone was building it just for farming speed, regen.
Radiant should
Smoke
look
coming
to
in
their
from
bottom
Crazy.
tower and are scanning for enemies.
We'll try to make something happen. It'll be tough. They're coming all the way around looking for Underlord. I feel like definitely one of the heroes that you can grab.
Dire structures
But without Chrono, not the easiest one to finish off before rotations come out. Dark Rift again this time. Now they got the swap, but he doesn't get it off. MJZ, he's swapped into this around 5 heroes. He'll fall too.
Underneath that tier 1, and they're gonna beat this tower up, and suddenly your jungle belongs to Crazy. So these are the moves that they want to start making now. They have some of these bigger abilities now. They've got the ultimate on Phoenix. Void Spirit's starting to move towards that Yule Scepter, be able to set up, get onto heroes easier, and of course escape. You want to take control of this map away from the Medusa. Don't let him farm. Don't let this go too late. Because we saw what Beast Coast did to 4 Zoomers the other day when they let the Medusa run away with the game.
Radiant should look to their
You let the
middle
Medusa
tower.
run away with the game and you don't pick up anything to really defend against it. You're putting yourself in a lot of trouble. Hook shot
Only here.
used. Get down bottom. They go for the void. He gets low. Looks for the time lock, but rerouted. This is not your destination. You've been rerouted, and now Dubu. He gets caught with the lasso. They'll throw the stun out, Leo style, with a killing spree.
Tribute to my house.
Matthew, come on, dude. Let Leo Style grab his bounty rune. He's not full mana. Greedy little clock there. Bryle. Farming away a couple neutral creeps here. Don't think they would have... Yeah, he saw it. Never mind. Bryle did manage to catch that Vengeful Spirit as he dropped that Observer Warrior. That's going to get dewarded immediately, unfortunately.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Top looking over at Owie. Matthew.
Do it,
We got
Mr.
hookshot in 7 seconds, so they're going to go for this. Rotation coming in from Brile, but they have the flame break into the supernova. You need an Aether Remnant. I don't know if that even helps you save this egg. It's just level 1, so now Brile is actually the one in trouble. Hookshot coming in. Cogs pushing back. Brile low. Astral Step pushed by the Cogs once again and ends up dead. Swap. Leo style hit and killed by Dubu. MJZ will be chased and finish off the Venge as well.
I foresaw your death the moment you were born.
They're playing a bit far forward into the enemy team's jungle. Again, just because that because Brile did end up catching that initial ward from the Vengeful Spirit, they started making moves to counter out the invasion into their jungle. End up getting 2 kills on the enemies because of that. And of course, HFN's going to be farming pretty safe because they got vision up on these 2 entry points. So they might want to get one on top of this hill or take this tier 1 tower down the bottom lane. It's not the cutest thing in the world, but this again is another point of access into the enemy team jungle. But
Vatos, after the time walk, down for 3 more seconds. So they won't chase.
he's going to get out of there now. Again, they have vision up. Okay, there. Yeah, both teams just trying to secure the Dire team jungle at the moment. Smoked up on Crazy over here. They move mid on Leo style. They have Chronosphere up.
Good flame break. MJZ, he'll run. He's actually out safely, at least for now. Magic Missile comes in and a Brile goes to the dissimilar look for MJZ, gets the kill, finishes him off. Radabatos, lasso on the Void. Cogs, now enough time to get the kill. Stone Gaze used. You've turned to stone, Kezu. Big fan of Electric Light Orchestra. Big fan of the song Turn to Stone, as he dies as he is stone.
That was just maybe a little bit too far forward there. You don't have a whole lot of bulk on your Faceless Void just yet, and they do have a decent amount of lockdown here, so you get blown up trying to get that Chronosphere offhand. You died right by that Roche pit. No tier 1 tower in the top lane, no tier 1 tower in the mid lane for Crazy. It opens up Roshan. I don't think they're going to be able to take this fast enough, though. They do have the Shrine still up, and Faceless Void has Chronosphere. This feels like a little bit of a mistake here. Thunder Predator. Frank already below half HP. Ambitious. Very ambitious.
And now you've left this Roche at 1,600 health. Go in for Roche. Aegis picked up by HFN. Hookshot comes through. They've already taken the Aegis. This might actually go well for Thunder Predators. They've already taken out the Supernova and killed off Owie. The second life from HFN. The buyback from Dubu. Swap. Chrono on a 3. Got the damage. They'll kill Leo style. They've taken the Bat Rider. He's got buyback. Won't need to use it because they've already killed the Void. They look over at Brile. The right click's coming in. Dubu ball back to chase onto the Ogre Magi as well as Kezu. Now another swap used by MJZ. MNZ will go the other way as it was a swap past his own allies. Dubu still on the run, should eventually fall. It's not like he's got a TP here, and the Wave of Terror is actually what does the finishing damage to kill off the Ogre for a second time.
All in all, there
works
though.
out favorable for Thunder Predator.
Yeah, I mean, you get the Aegis there. You left Roche with the 1,600 HP up, and you're forced to walk back out of the pit. But again, Thunder Predator coming out on top of that fight. 3,300 net worth, or sorry, XP in their favor, and 1,400 net worth going their way. And again, these Chronospheres, I feel like, could be coming out a little bit earlier here from HFN. Maybe when you know that the Roshan's about to go down, toss out that Chronosphere, comboed up with the Phoenix Egg. If Phoenix just wasn't able to get that ult off, which is going to be difficult at times against this Medusa, because she's very happy to be hitting that egg and everybody else at the same time with that split shot. This is before she's got any items either. As soon as she gets this Scotty online that she's just about has, about 1,200 gold away from it, they're going to be laughing.
Lead now. Invisibility! This is a 6k lead. This isn't a Medusa that's like struggling or close. This is a Medusa that's an obnoxious amount ahead. Yeah. got the lasso on to Owie. Icarus dive, but the Phaetos follows him in a full circle. Kezu now, he's been caught, so Aquatic Shield won't matter. Good Malice comes in, they block him down. Borrowed time from Kezu, he's on the run. But the body blocks from Matthew with battery solved means he stays close and he goes down.
Just taking fights all over the map, and is it really worth it for the amount of space that you're giving this Faceless Void? Moving forward right now, yes, he has his Mjolnir. He's able to farm decently fast, but you're on the timer right now. Again, this Medusa, he now finally has the gold for this Eye of Scotty. You're going to hop in the side shop and finish this up. And I believe they won't be able to take them or stop them taking these 2 towers here at bottom if that's what they choose to do. The 2 fortifies will slow it down a little bit, but they do got the catapult behind them.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Here they go. And look at them chunk this tower down, Bkop.
Yeah, not 1, but probably 2 here.
Looks like they're grouping up for something. They have smoke on Dubu over here in the mid lane. It looks like they want to get a tower in return or something. But everyone's already starting to make the moves. They can leave Medusa by herself. Not really in any danger with the Vengeful Spirit sitting behind him. This is what we saw Haven Liberty do yesterday against Infinity. Once they managed to get their stuff together.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Good positioning there by the Vengeful Spirit. And you end up getting nothing despite losing those 2 towers right there. The enemy team. No extra map control on your side, and that tier 1 tower, of course, is still up in the mid lane.
A lot of Atos used on the Faceless Void. Down they've got the Pit of Malice. Cogs, that might mean he gets rerouted. HFN able to time walk away, but Leo style coming over. He's stunned up by Dubu. HFN goes over with Bryle. They've got the damage, but the swap is there. And they're going to leave. They're going to let the Supernova go off. They've used Stone Gaze. The question is, do they want to go in now that they no longer have it? They still have Chronosphere to go with on the side of Crazy. For the Pit of Malice, but the stun is out. Fire Blast used. Pit of Malice lands out of both Kezu as well as Dubu. The borrowed time is popped by the Abaddon. Now they look over at this Void. Poke shot with the Cogs locked down there, and they've got the kill. HFN falls. Kezu was trying to come over. I believe maybe a Photic Shield was on cooldown. Dubu, he runs from Matthew and Leo style while the rest of the team goes after Kezu. They've got the stun, no borrowed time for him. They'll get the kill. Dubu also falls. 19-8, 11k lead for Thunder Predator.
And the creep wave arrives. They run out of backdoor protection. They're just getting to burn through this tower over here. Their Predator, their Fortify is down too. Not much to stop them going high ground. Bryle does manage to find Batrider down there in the bottom lane. But here they go. No Fortify available for Team Crazy. Frank with plus 117 damage. And Jay-Z popping that medallion onto the Medusa as she pops a Mask of Madness. This is tier 3. They'll probably bring it pretty low if they can't take it down before getting back. You guys have overstayed your welcome a little bit. You don't need to finish this one off. Everyone get into the Uber.
They now have Uber Comfort in the city.
There's a huge fight from the cab industry to keep Uber out of my city for a little while.
Yeah, that's how it started. A lot of that.
Ooh.
A lot of Atos, Chronosphere used over mid. You're going for Medusa, MNZ though. You should be okay. Uses that Stone Gaze. What do you do now that you're forced to be on the run? HFN with the Flame Break. They'll push him back. They'll get the kill. They'll take out Dubu. 2 heroes down to the side of Crazy. They look over at Kezu as well as Bryle are on the run back. With no Void for 45 seconds, this surely looks like high ground.
Yeah, no Void. Chrono just used. There's not a whole lot they're going to be able to do to defend from this one. Unfortunately, they can just run straight in onto that Supernova unless they use it really far back. It feels like they haven't gotten a good Chrono Supernova combo off this entire game. One time that they did manage to get the Supernova off in the middle of a team fight, that was over here on this ramp. And they just walked away from it. Rax goes through the damage.
Simulate with the Aether Remnant. Got Frank low, but they don't have the kill. Gonna lose that tier 3 and potentially both the melee and range racks.
Yeah, they have to be close with, or sorry, careful about jumping onto the Medusa, because again, you just get swapped back by the Vengeful Spirit. Suddenly, you're sitting underneath a pit of malice. You're on the Vengeful Spirit instead of Medusa, and you're getting clicked down by the Medusa with the Eye of Scotty under that pit. It'd be even worse when she gets that split shot modifier at level 25, able to slow down the entire enemy team. But they're not relenting with this push here, Bkop. Pressuring bottom lane. Now they're done at top, but Leo style top.
Top by Leo style. They've got the hook shot coming in. Bryolock down in the pit of malice. They've got the damage, especially with MNZ having that Daedalus. The right clicks are so heavy. They don't really care about the borrowed time. They'll throw the magic missile. They'll continue to attack Kezu within the borrowed time and get the kill afterwards. So double kill there for MNZ. He sits 8-0-5. And GG.
That's all. Thunder Predator, I don't think there was a moment where they didn't really have this game. I mean, there was a small period of time where Crazy was starting to take the fight to the enemy team, invading the enemy jungle. But Thunder Predator didn't relent. They played very aggressive with this Clockwork Batrider lineup, and despite the fact that they have Medusa, continued to press forward into the enemy zone and stop them from farming. Things just came on a little bit too slow for Team Crazy, and of course they didn't manage to get that Phoenix Supernova and Faceless Void Chrono combo off a single time in this game. It's a problem. I mean, you have to worry about this when you have these high cooldown abilities that you're using them together. They need to be used in conjunction with each other, or you're just not getting damage from either of them.
This is, Crazy not able to get anything done. MNZ, 24,000 hero damage, 21,000 net worth in just a short 26-minute game. I mean, they let him farm basically for free the entire time, and I mean, that's what's going to happen when you let a Medusa do whatever she wants.
Yeah. So, showing off the power of that Medusa Vengeful Spirit combo right there. Those two do work pretty well in conjunction with each other. Too tanky to be bursted down, and of course, you do manage to catch her out, just gets swapped away.
Yeah, so that's the end of the first one. We'll be back with Game 2 between Thunder Predator and Crazy coming up next, so stay right there. We'll be right back.